Not necessarily, not loading barges, but I've loaded trucks and rail cars. It's not a fun day dealing with grain dust and rain. Not a fun day at all. Get them loaded. Cora, we coming up around Cora Coal area. I loaded many a barge here when I was running mate on the Carroll P. I think that was, we were on that coal run for a little bit. Yeah, that's how me and Captain Tommy Weeks got to know each other real well. That's what I was running mate for. We knew each other from me working in the office, but then I went to work. We weren't fans of each other, and then we worked together and became lifelong friends. Captain Tommy Weeks, my man. He did put me off a boat. The only time I've been put off a boat before was my 2 weeks as a steersman for Captain Tommy Weeks on the Carroll P. And, yeah, he put me off a boat, and deservingly so. I was trying to run mate still, and I was a steersman. Yeah, it was an odd situation for both of us. But that's when I moved over to the Shankin, and Cap Merler and Cap Dennis Mize took me under wing, and then also I got plenty of time under other folks, man. Captain John Clado, man, I got to give that man. He was always a pilot when I was a steersman. He was on the back watch, so yeah. But then I ran pilot under him when I was actually becoming a good upper river pilot. I run that upper Mississippi River with confidence now. When I say upper, I'm talking St. Louis on up. I run up there with confidence now because of stuff that I learned under Captain John Clado. Oh, Dad. Senior. Captain Clado Senior. He brought him a new Harley again the other day. I seen Junior posted pictures of it. Yeah. Those are my people. Bunch of them over at Ingram, a bunch of my old buds over there. Captain Mark Evansberger. But Clado's, he's over at Arco now, I forgot. But then Jason Coulter. He was the first pilot I know. Captain Tommy Red was the first pilot. Well, I was a crew dispatcher in the office, and Captain Luke Moore was the port captain, but he was off on some, I can't remember, and we needed somebody, and I didn't make the final decision on it. I get the okay, but I consider hiring Coulter from Brilliant, Ohio. Well, that's a stretch too. No, man. Those are all the. I was a mate when on the Roy Meckling, I was running mate, and Jason would come over there, Coulter would come over there and ride pilot now and again. And I think I made one of my first locks with him. He let me make the lock, from the wheelhouse. I remember. Anyway, yeah, a bunch of those old WKN hats that moved over. It went to Ingram. There's a few of them over there now still. And then Hunter, a bunch of them went to Hunter. them was my peeps, man. I feel really fortunate. I've been very fortunate in the people that I've had the opportunity to ride with. I mean, that's it, man. You're only as good as the people that have taught you, and or you know your training or whatever. I was really fortunate. I'm sorry, I'm paying attention, watching the tug up there, see what he's doing. He's running around the dock. Yeah, it's a cold dock. And if you haven't loaded a 25 barge tow out of there as a mate, well, I'm not going to say you're not, but man, we were running short-handed too. It was I had one experienced deckhand, and I think the chief engineer come down and helped. But we loaded 25 there short-handed, and yeah, Captain Tommy. I think he'd run everybody off, and so they pulled me over off the Roy Mecklin to come over and load barges at Cora. That was how I became acquainted with Tommy. Well, like I said, we knew each other from when I worked in office, but when we actually became good working partners. Yeah, I've rode with a bunch of good fellas, man. I really have, and women. I've rode with some wonderful ladies, and we've had some great cuts. I've rode with quite a few characters in my day, I must say. Rainy day, Cora. Be to St. Louis sometime. Probably after midnight. We'll get St. Louis. Anyway. A little Cora.